Hello there, this is Alex, and you have stumbled upon my review of the legendary harpoon chucking action platformer Olija, which is on PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. Olija is a labor of love developed by just one dude, but does that bring along some limitations, or does it make for an even more interesting and well-crafted adventure? Well, I already know, so let me tell you. First, the main goal of this journey is all about acquiring keys. Not the most unique concept, but you will have to travel to different island locales to seek out all these magic door opening devices. These islands are filled with traps, puzzles, and enemies, sometimes ending with a big boss fight, almost like mini dungeons, and these sections are where Olija really excels. Your main weapon is a harpoon, along with different secondary weapons you'll be acquiring along the way. This has a pretty basic but fun combo system that allows you to build up to special final strikes with whichever weapon you weave into the end of a combo. Also, you have that legendary harpoon at your side, which is really the primary standout mechanic of the game since it lets you throw it at certain objects or enemies to then warp to their location. This has a lot of practical use during combat, but is also frequently used for the puzzle elements and trickier platforming segments. Although not the most deep 2D combat out there, nor the most elaborate gameplay hook, still, learning to use this harpoon effectively to solve little puzzles, fling yourself at enemies, and traverse tricky situations were easily the most enjoyable bits of Olija for me. As you gather more currency, you can use it to unlock a few different things back at your town, like a vendor who will increase your maximum health, a traveler you can send off to gather crafting materials, and a hat store, which is where you use those materials you'll be gathering. Each hat offers a different power and makes you look way cooler, of course, and these help to somewhat change up your playstyle. One hat will splinter off into a deadly projectile after you dodge, one will electrify your attacks, and one will allow you to quickly spin your harpoon, along with a few others. These are mostly all passive effects, but the hat system and the crafting materials do work well enough at motivating you to fully explore the locations you travel to. Although yes, the harpoon system is fun and implemented creatively, Olija is not a terribly long game, and right when the puzzles and combat start to get really good, all of a sudden your journey will be coming to a close. It'll likely take you around 3 to 6 hours for your first time through, and it leans somewhat on the easier side since you do have a pretty generous health pool and a checkpoint system. It's hard to criticize the length too much since the game is priced appropriately at $15, but still, this adventure does somewhat feel like a prelude to something far more grand. Now ultimately, to start wrapping up my final thoughts, there is not a ton of depth to any one element of Olija, but its fun gameplay and creative level design is what makes it all worth it. If you're in the mood for a short and sweet, stylized action platformer with a mysterious story, Olija is worth partaking of, and its harpoon hurling gameplay will leave you wishing there was even more. That's what I thought of Olija. Pretty impressive work from a one-man team, and I'm hoping he gets a chance for more because I would really like to see the harpoon mechanics pushed even further. Now let me know what you think of Olija and if you'll be picking it up, or if you're already playing it and you're just here to validate your purchase, let me know your thoughts on it as well. As always, this has been Alex, thanks for giving this a watch and have a good one.